it was time again to pick a random station in the Greater Seoul area to go on a little exploration together. Alright, 수인분당. There are 63.
엄청 많네. 자. 오!
Number 43. 876543. 한대앞. 안산이네.
또 안산에가? 여기가 우리가 갔던 선부역이거든.
진짜 가깝지.
거기랑 그렇게 멀지 않은데?
Last time, 2 videos ago, we went to Ansan for our first time. And now we're already going back there 2 videos later.
안산 마스터 되겠다 이러다.
맞아.
내가 그 I love 안산이 그 거기였나? 인연이 있었군.
On today's trip, we start on line number 2 at Sinchon Station, ride it to Sindorim Station, which is a massive transfer station between lines number 1 and 2, and then we rode line 1 down to Kumjeong Station, transferred to line number 4, and we were on our way once again to Ansan. We have arrived at Handae. Never been here before. This is only our second time in Ansan. And last time we ended up in kind of a like Shindoshi, like a newer area. So yeah, I'm curious what it's like here, like if all of Ansan looks like that or might look a bit different here, so. It's kind of a older station though, eh?
옛날 느낌이네.
Ceilings falling apart a little bit.
우와, 크리스피 크림이 있네. 이제 이렇게 변했나 보다. 살아남기 위해서. 요즘에 사실 크리스피 크림 안 먹잖아. 이렇게 살아남는 방법을 선택했나 보다.
That's awesome. So what is it? Like manwon for original glazed half dozen? Krispy Kreme was like kind of fancy when I first got here. Oh, there's like farms over there kind of right beside the subway station. It's kind of weird though because we've been to 8 stations now and they've all been pretty central, you know? They haven't been like in the middle of nowhere, and there are some stations like that, so. Kind of looks like a downtown area that's a little bit older than Seonbu Station, eh? There's just like tons of building blocks with lots of businesses inside. Whenever people are moving from higher buildings like that and there's no elevator, they have these big trucks like that to transfer furniture, equipment and stuff like that up to the top. So you'll see that a lot if you come to Korea. We were looking for places to eat and decided to check out the Rodeo Street nearby to see if we could find something.
근데 약간 이런 데는 항상 있지 않아? 약간 동탄에도 그렇고 부천에도 그렇고 뭔가 이런 골목이 있지 항상. 술집이 있고 뭐 만남의 광장처럼 저렇게 약간 무대 같은 것도 있고.
It's kind of like, what was it called? Hwajong? But it's like that area, but a bit older and less people, eh?
거의 비슷하고 여기는 저녁에 오면은 정말 화려하겠다. 여기가 다 술집이어가지고 지금 시간에 여는 식당이 많지 않을 것 같다.
It seems like almost every city outside of Seoul has one of these rodeo streets filled with bars and noraebangs or karaokes, but this one in particular seems to be showing a bit of age. However, I still bet it comes to life at nighttime, completely changing the atmosphere. To be honest though, like this is a little more of what I imagined Ansan to look like from the kind of stereotypes of it being a dangerous city. I expected it to look more like this the last time we came here, so I guess we're seeing a more, kind of more diversity.
오, 아가씨.
Business club. There's tons of like motels, bars. Last time we came to Ansan, remember there was like all the tall apartment buildings and stuff? This area is like a little more older, I guess. Just because of what we've seen so far with the abundance of bars, noraebangs or karaokes, and motels doesn't mean it's especially dangerous or anything. In fact, most areas in Korea have this type of nightlife, as drinking is a really big part of the culture, including the work culture too. After the bar area, we ended up in the neighborhood of Idong, which had fairly empty sidewalks and a nice relaxing vibe to it. In addition to an abundance of churches, it seems like the perfect neighborhood to bike around and explore, without any crowds, and especially at the Ansancheon, that has an amazing bike path. It looked like it was mostly apartments and housing up ahead, so we turned around back towards the station and stumbled upon a random Chinese restaurant. Alright, so we found a Chinese place that sells Jjambbong, which is kind of like a seafood soup with noodles as well, like kind of on the spicier side, but there's a lot of Chinese food around here, so it might be really good.
그리고 저기는 수타잖아. 수타가 뭔지 알아?
몰라.
손으로 때린다는 거거든?
아.
면을 스스로 만들었다는 거라서 맛있을 것 같은데?
Like a lot of restaurants in Korea, if they appear on TV, they put it on the outside of the restaurant to kind of like show off that they've been featured in a channel or whatever. So they got a few different signs there that show what programs they've been on. So could be good. We'll have to check it out.
안녕하세요.
Seems like everyone in this city is here right now because we saw like nobody on the streets.
그러게 많네.
Lots of people here. So.
사장님 저희 수타 짜장 하나랑 해물짬뽕밥 하나요. 아 이걸 비비고 잘라서 해야 돼.
맛있어? That place is pretty solid, eh?
짬뽕 국물이 아주 깔끔하고 짜장은 그 면발이 진짜 좀 수타 느낌이었다.
Your first bite, you're not going to be like blown away or anything, but the more you eat it, you kind of realize like, oh, this is actually really good, you know?
맞아, 평범한 맛이었다가 먹으면 먹을수록 좀 매력이 있었어.
Yeah, now we're just going to head to the other side of the station. There's kind of some more nature around there, so we'll just go see what's over there. And first kind of impressions of this neighborhood are, it's pretty similar to most places in Gyeonggi-do, eh?
맞아.
It's kind of just like a lot of smaller stores. There's not that many people walking around, so I imagine a lot of people drive here because there was a lot of people inside the restaurant despite the lack of people walking around, eh? So. Before heading over to the other side of the station, we walked around the neighborhood a bit more, and there are a lot of parks and open space nearby, and another massive church towering over the neighborhood. We walked through the tunnel to the other side of the station, and it looked like there was a massive wholesale market nearby.
우와 신기해. 약간 우리들의 블루스 같아. 아 그래서 그 약간 우리 동네에 있는 하모니 같은 데서 맨날 포장하고 계시잖아. 이런 데서 개 무섭다.
It's like something being transported on top of us right now, but it sounds like it's gonna collapse.
Oh.
It turns out this wholesale market is absolutely massive and sells almost anything you can think of when it comes to produce, for a good price too.
저거 하나가 통째로 4,000원.
와.
깻잎 2,000원이래. 엄청 많아. 이야 저게 3,000원어치. 연근.
아 맞아.
야, 그거 알았어. 이렇게 생긴 게 남자고 이렇게 동그란 게 여자야.
진짜?
남자 여자.
Ah, this is a pretty cool market actually.
여기는 지금 이렇게 약간 재래시장 느낌이잖아. 옆에 마트가 볼래?
이거 좀 싸네.
싼 편이야 여기도?
이거 원래 한 4,500원 서울에서. 여기 진짜 괜찮아.
여기가 굉장히 저렴하다. 그 위에 야채도 되게 좋았는데. 와 여긴 근데 양이 진짜 크다. 이거 봐.
약간 코스트코 느낌이야 여기.
약간 코스트코다. 고기 여기는 수입 고기거든. 호주산? 야, 더 싼데?
진짜 싸. You might be wondering, why are we so excited about a regular grocery store? And the reality is, prices of things have gotten so expensive here in Korea, which I know is happening worldwide, but we're always looking at ways we can reduce our cost of living, as we're both way too stubborn to give up our free time to get a real 9-to-5 job. But we soon found out that this wasn't actually just a regular grocery store.
와, 돼지 혀.
Wow.
왜 돼지 혀가 이렇게 큰 거야? 와 근데 나 이렇게 파는 거 처음 봐.
No, this is insane. I've never seen like a market with the body parts like so specifically sorted like this. So.
와 칠면조 고기.
Whoa.
나 칠면조 고기 처음 이렇게 보는 거 처음인데?
Thanksgiving 제대로 할 수 있겠다.
통으로 안 하고 이거 하면 되겠어.
For expats living in Korea, I know a lot of people probably want turkey for dinner. Maybe it's not as rare as we think, but that's the first time I've ever seen it. So, in addition to the veggie and supermarkets, there was also a pretty big seafood market, making it so you can get pretty much anything you need here. Also, there is free parking, so this could be a great place for people living nearby to shop at.
그리고 되게 스페시픽한 게 무배추 경매장이 있다.
Only 무배추? This whole building?
야 근데 좀 궁금하지 않냐? 어떻게 할지? 나중에 여기서 자고 아침 일찍 일어나가지고 찍으면 되겠다.
그래야겠다.
그럼 구경도 할 수 있고.
That's like the biggest market complex I've ever seen, like anywhere, you know?
진짜 컸어. 그 보는 재미가 진짜 좋았어.
That's pretty awesome though, like, because honestly today so far there hasn't been anything that's like that new or like super exciting yet, right? So every single time we've come somewhere randomly, we've found at least one thing. This area doesn't really feel super Korean though for some reason. I don't know why.
약간 나도 비슷하게 느낀 게 여기가 뭐 특별히 다르거나 그러진 않거든? 근데 그냥 뭔가 느낌이 내가 어디 다른 곳에 있는 것 같아.
I've been to like the absolute countryside in China before, and it has this kind of vibe to it. I don't even know how to explain it. It's got kind of an older, like kind of wide spread out vibe to it.
되게 어려워. 왜냐면 진짜 그냥 평범해, 익숙해. 근데 정말 미세하게 미묘한 뭔가 차이점이 있는데 모르겠어. 그래서 설명하기가 되게 어려운데 뭔가 다른 느낌은 있어.
We explored a bit further and ended up finding a waterfall park, which unfortunately was shut off for the winter. But that's the reality of exploring randomly. Sometimes you hit the bullseye and find something really interesting, and other times you come up a bit short, but at the end of the day, you always come away with a bit more knowledge than you had yesterday. And without days like this, the really good days wouldn't seem as special. Alright, well that'll do it for this little tour of Handae Station. This is a true random adventure series, you know? So sometimes we arrive at a place and there's a ton of stuff to look at and it's really easy to make a video. Sometimes we struggle a little bit because we don't prepare at all before coming here. We just kind of come here and see what there is. But it was definitely good to get kind of another perspective of Ansan. That's a little bit different than Seonbu, which we saw about a month ago. It's a little bit older around here. There were a lot of like bars and stuff like that and some kind of like gambling joints and stuff. So I got the feeling that it was a little bit rougher, but after walking around a bit, it actually wasn't too bad. It's a pretty nice area overall. Lots of parks and places to walk around and go biking and stuff like that. We did get really lucky with finding that restaurant earlier because it didn't really look like there were that many places to eat lunch around here for some reason. Like most of the places were kind of bars or places to go for dinner, like grill meat or something like that. So at the end of the day, the market was pretty cool, eh?
전체적으로 보기 드문 약간 상품들도 있었잖아. 구성이 다양해가지고 평소에 볼 수 없는 것들이라서 되게 재밌었던 것 같고. 그러니까 안산에 우리가 또 오게 됐잖아. 저번에 왔을 때도 다시 뭔가 와서 보고 싶다 이런 게 있었거든. 근데 여기도 그런 것들이 좀 많았어. 다시 와서 보고 싶다. 저번에 약간 왔을 때 재래시장이 있었어. 되게 오래된 재래시장. 근데 그게 5일장이어가지고 그때 문이 안 여는 날이었더라고. 5일에 맞춰서 오면 진짜 다른 모습을 볼 수 있겠다 이렇게 기대를 했었어. 이런 것도 나중에 와서 보면 좋을 것 같고, 아까 그 천 쪽 따라서 나무들이 엄청 많았는데 보통 그게 대부분 벚꽃나무를 많이 심잖아. 그러니까 다시 왔을 때는 벚꽃 이렇게 구경하고 그런 것도 굉장히 좋을 것 같고, 이번에랑 저번에랑 왔을 때 합쳐서 뭔가 그런 것들이 쌓이니까 여기는 진짜 다시 오고 싶다 생각이 많이 들었지.
yeah, thanks a lot for watching the video, and we'll see you soon with some more videos soon.